What is up, everybody? It's your boy Doody back again with another video, and this time we're taking a look at our boy DSP's daily rap video from last night after a disastrous day that tried our boy Phil decided to finally play Mafia Old Country, and well, it just didn't go as planned. That's right. And in typical Phil fashion, he got a couple whales to come in on the first stream and drop some serious cash. And I think he walked away with about $170, which is pretty good for Phil, right? So you would think he would take the win and be like, all right, anything else is golden, especially being that he made over $1,000 on Friday. But no, of course, this is DSP here, e-beggar extraordinaire. So I want to cover the daily rap, and then I got a little video that I want to share just in case you didn't watch my video that I posted last night. This is one of those epic Scorn level style rants from our boy Phil, where he just can't help himself. He can't help himself be a greedy little piggy. So let's watch Phil suffer.
Played maybe 2 days in a row, but it just didn't work. You know, I was disappointed because I was really liking the game. By the way, I did not spend the entire late stream complaining about it and begging for contributions. I mentioned it a few times. I said, I don't know why this is going on again. But at the end of the night, I was like, you know, what are you going to do? I don't think it's representative of the game being bad. I just think it's a weird situation where I can't play a game for an entire day and expect that people care unless it's a marathon or an exception. In this case, the first stream did really well. The second stream did horrible. So I'm hoping that when I play this again later in the week as a first stream, it'll do well again, because I do want to keep playing it and I want to wrap it up. It's a shorter game. It would be a no-brainer to play it again in just a couple of days, okay? So that's the deal, folks. The streams were fun. The game was good. And if you want my full opinion on the game, definitely check out the special video that I'm going to upload tonight. But it didn't work support-wise. Therefore, I'm not going to be doing entire days of it again. Or any game for that matter, unless it's a special exception. Okay? Okay. So...
Alrighty, folks. Well, I want to stop it right there because, like I said, I have a little clip that I want to share. This is from last night. So before I even share this clip, I want to highlight the fact here that what Phil said initially, he said he didn't spend the night begging. He wasn't complaining. You know, he just took it on the chin like the champ he is. Are you sure about that, Phil? Are you sure? Apparently, Phil doesn't think that the internet remembers. But Phil, sadly, the internet remembers. And of course, Doody's going to remember. So yesterday, I clipped this. This was about... This was an hour into his playthrough. So mind you, he decided that he was going to spend 45 minutes begging on the unrecorded beg segment, and he walked away with, like, I don't know what, $25. I think he walked away with $25. Your future step dent came in and dropped 5 subs and gave him $25, right? So an hour later, he made another $4 and had $29, right? And of course, $29, that's not cool with Phil, right? So last night during his segment where he breaks the part up, right, this is yet another unrecorded segment. Of course, Doody caught it, and let's hear if Phil actually didn't beg. Let's see how he decided to treat this moment. Let's see how Phil decided to treat his viewers that didn't support him for the playthrough at night. Let's not forget, folks, again, this is a man that made over $1,000 on Friday, took Saturday off, came back Sunday, and did pretty good on the first stream. He walked away with like $170. So you would think normally you would just be like, all right, whatever, you know, it's a slow day, not a big deal. I appreciate everyone. Peace out. No, not Phil. Let's see how he responded to this.
I'm not bored. Like, I'm enjoying it, but we're not getting any support, and I'm wondering why. I'm having a good time with it. I wanted to do this mission right now where we take out the camp and everything, but is anyone going to support the stream tonight? I don't get it. I don't know what you're talking about on Kick. I was playing the game. I don't even know what you're speaking of, so stop yelling and screaming. I don't know. I was playing the game. I wasn't involved in anything you're talking about. I agree.
Real quick, some people actually messaged me, and I saw on Twitter people were wondering what was Phil talking about. Apparently, one of his moderators banned a popular Kick LARPer, And that's why the chat was up in arms. And Phil, of course, acts like I don't know, I didn't do anything. I'm not part of that. I'm not responsible for that. Yeah, Phil, you are, because you foster that kind of atmosphere where if your moderators don't time out and ban people, you know, to your liking, you remove their swords or you remove their mod chips. You did it before, you'll do it again, and that's the reason why people might have a hairy trigger finger and just ban people. Figure, you know what, we'll ban them and let Phil figure it out, right? So yes, it is your fault. So if you're wondering what happened, that's exactly what happened. So let's keep going.
This is Mafia. I'm having a good time. Don't ask me why. We've got literally 2 people who contributed in almost 2 hours that I've been streaming. I turned on the stream at not even 6:45. Actually, I have been streaming for 2 hours right now. So I don't know what's going on. Well, if you enjoyed the playthrough, why aren't you supporting it? Save us GTA 6. Right? You like it so much. Where are the people who are saying, wow, this is great. Thanks for the marathon of gameplay today.
This is some straight up school teachers, some substitute teacher energy right here. And it gets better. It gets better. Listen, it gets better.
Stuff now. Get the fuck out of here.
Like what, Phil? And you were begging?
I don't think it's boring, Roy. I'm having a good time. Like I said, that was a good sequence. That felt just like Uncharted. It was kind of cool. It was a throwback because you don't have any more Uncharted games. It was good to have a sequence like that. But I'm not going to keep playing. People are just going to sit here complaining and then no one supporting at all. I'll just chill with you for an hour, seriously, and we can play more of this later in the week. If people are burned out because I played so much of it today, then we'll just do it later in the week, and I'm okay with that. But I want to do what's right and what people are going to care about and support. I don't want to be doing it and then get yelled at and say, oh, you really goofed. You played too much of this game and it's boring now. I'm just tired of it.
Now, real quick. You see what this does? This manipulation, the way he treats his viewers, and sadly, it works. It works for a lot of these dented individuals who have no friends, who have no lives, who have no family, who have no one to guide them. I mean, these are people that are probably raised by single mothers that live in their basement. They're probably 35 years old, and they feel like if they don't give Phil money, they're going to lose their best friend. And you have this dent right here, Cotton Eye Joe. After this rant, dropping $1.99. I'm sorry. You know, you don't allow people to abuse you and then reward them. That's exactly what this is. This is someone abusing you verbally, and you rewarding them for that behavior. You know what that fosters? That fosters more of the same behavior. So if you're curious why, you might say to yourself, well, you know what, why hasn't Phil learned his lesson? It's been 17 years of him doing the same mistake, apologizing, and then doing the same mistake over. Because there's no consequences. When people listen to this, right, and they give him money to Phil, that justifies his behavior. Like, oh, well, it must be working because people support. Now, thankfully, no one else gave any more money. I think he walked away with like $34 at the end of this playthrough. So one other dent gave another super chat of like $3, and that was it, right? But normally, what I would expect, and I'll give you an example, if I'm streaming and I start this bullshit behavior, I expect my stream, you know, my levels of viewership to go from the normal 800-900 viewers down to 5. Seriously, that's what I would expect. And if my viewers didn't do that to me, I would be disappointed. Because I would feel like they don't have enough self-pride in themselves to let someone talk to them that way. But what ends up happening here is that Phil's viewership goes up because detractors come in to watch the burnout. And Phil thinks, oh, more people want to watch. Look at me. It must be working. But again, you know, it gets to the point where I for the most part, don't really harass or blame dents. You know, I'm of the mindset that it's your money, you spend it however you see fit, right? But at this point, you know, you have to blame these idiots. You really do. You know, and you can't feel sorry for them. Sometimes I do feel sorry for them. But it's getting to the point now where I just don't care. You know, if they're okay with Phil belittling them and berating them on stream like this, and calling them the fuck out and spending a good, what, this was a 10-minute rant, spending 10 minutes of a stream where they're there to watch gameplay, right? I'm sorry, you should just turn it off and go watch someone else. But not these idiots. These idiots just continue throwing money his way. Now, I'm not talking about the LARPers. I know that the LARPers are there and they love this shit. I'm talking about the people that genuinely like Phil. Like Vietnam Comrade and Jade. You know, those idiots. That's who I'm talking about here. But let's keep watching because it gets better.
Really, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of just being
Phil?
told that everything I do is wrong. When here I am trying to do, a full day of coverage of a new game for you.
You notice that small manipulation right there? Phil goes, I'm tired of it, right? What he was about to say was, I'm tired of you assholes not giving me money. But he caught himself and he says, oh, I'm tired of being wrong. Or people saying that I'm wrong. No, Phil, no one's saying that you're wrong. There's no one in this chat that's saying that you're wrong, Phil. Okay? There's just no whale out there to support you. You had one of your whales, your future stepdent, who came in and dropped 5 members and said, that's it, I'm tapped the fuck out. He was there on the first stream. He gave 5 subs as well. He gave a total of 10 subs. You got your boy Bookworm up in there. He's not donating shit. You know what I mean? But it's just, it's ridiculous, Phil. It's ridiculous. But let's keep going because the best part comes up right now.
For you. Cotton Eye Joe did a $2 super chat. Thanks for the marathon today. Yes, all Mafia all day. I'll tell you right now, I'm not going to end tonight at $29 of support for a brand new release that I just bought. I'm not doing it.
I'm not doing it. Do you hear this shit? Do you really hear this, motherfucker? I'm not going to do it. There's no way. If I need to go to your house and steal your mother's credit card and force you to give me a donation, I will. Are you listening to this fucking guy? Phil, at this point, bro, you really need to reconsider what you're doing here. You need to reconsider what happened on Friday, which you got almost $1,100. You were off Saturday. You came back Sunday. You made $170. And yes, you made another $30. That's $200, Phil. You made $200 on your day back after your moronic dents dropped almost $1,100 on you, bro. You need to just say thank you and move on. If you want to adjust your stream and say, you know what, maybe I shouldn't play a game twice in a day, fine. Keep that shit to yourself and just play the fucking game once a day, 2 or 3 times a week, right? You don't need to fucking tell everyone what you're doing. But again, Phil needs to play the victim. He continuously needs to tell people that he's sad and upset and the world is mistreating him because he didn't hit some arbitrary number of $150. And the sad part of it more is that he's more worried about giving the trolls a W. He's more worried about Doody putting out a video like this and putting out a video that said Phil Wage quit Mafia. That's what he's worried about, more than the way he treats his viewers. The people that give him nearly almost $100K a year to support his lifestyle. He's more worried about what detractors think than what his stream is going to think. But again, I guess when you condition people and they keep coming back, when you keep smacking someone and they keep coming back and saying, can I have more? Then I guess you're going to keep smacking them. It's despicable. It really is. But anyway, I wanted to share that video. I really hope it gets out there. I sent the clip to multiple people. Hopefully it gets some traction because this is straight up Scorn level. This is Scorn level. And you don't know what the Scorn rant is, I suggest you type in YouTube DSP Scorn. Do that. And my God, I mean, it was so bad that people like Moist Critical and Mudahar and big YouTubers had to chime in because they just couldn't stay silent. This is on that level, folks. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. By the way, Doody will be streaming today at 10 o'clock. Come check it out. It's going to be a lot of fun. Peace out.